All right, you rocking with your boy TheCzarr, all rights reserved. Shout to all 34 countries we're in now. It's been a minute. Got a lot going on. So what we talked about was, let's say, the generation of wolves that basically profited off of a top dog dropping. And that's just a simple scenario. But now I'm going to hit you again with something else. So we know expressly that there were people that gained value on the backside off of someone who was making the choices that couldn't do it. But here's an even crazier thing. That'll be different than jealousy. That'll be a little different. And I'm going to explain it to you. You see, when you think of jealousy, you think of someone who sees someone that has and they don't have. And say that the mastermind did have. Say that he had, but even if he didn't have as much, he still had, It's still a manner of thinking. I have, so I don't have to worry about what I don't have. Someone has more, maybe I would be jealous. But the way we seen it line up, here's what bothers me. Someone mentioned crisis actors. Where would the crisis actors have come into play? How would the connection have been made between people and crisis actors? Because there had to be some relation to know that if I had crisis actors on the scene, that certain people would act a certain way after the fact. They would vehemently deny or affirm things after the fact. There's no way to tell that. How did they know things would work that way? And people say money. See, it's not just money with these things. There is something else to gain. You got to get that. There's something else to gain with me being a crisis actor if I am in the situation. Let me explain why. Because money is something I get once. A one-time thing. Even if it was a fee that I never get again. Think about that. I'm never going to get this again. Think about that. But there has to be something else to assure me I'm not going to speak. Because later down the road is where blackmail dances into the situation. It's where blackmail can play a part and allow me to want more money. You get that? So there had to be something else. You see, because even if we do see it this way and money was the case, keep looking because the blackmail's coming. There's always a level of blackmail that's being used in some scenario in order to influence people to think some sort of way. And that's my thing again. That's not strong enough. Some type of monetary gain had to be to some substantial level to prevent me from wanting blackmail. So that would be giving someone what they've always wanted. So a dream had to be in the confolds, in the balance. Why'd I bring this up? Because my final argument with one of the people, I don't know whether they slipped up. Dom is live, can co-sign me because I sent it to him and he gave me his take on it. Listen, someone said they loved that day. Now, I hope you weren't being truthful. And again, if you slide in here, didn't drop your code, didn't drop your name, I will drop this one. I will literally snippet this and put this up because this looks crazy. This looks crazy. I agree with you that when that happened, a lot of people loved that day. And why do I say that? And this is a sad reason to say, because they knew if this boy pushed forward and became a solo entity, a lot of people's careers would be in jeopardy. A lot of people's careers. And here's why. Let me explain. You're like, they make music, I make music. That person does this, I do this. It's no sample. See, here's why it hits both spots. So the people who made music and the people who didn't. Because he was bigger than that. He wanted to do charities. He wanted to do different things. His whole marketing, he could at any given point switch to do something else. That's the way he built it. Very versatile. When you are a versatile, complete artist, you could do anything to knock someone out the game, knock someone off base. Because people are known for one thing, but he was known for doing different things. Regardless if he had more money or more fans than anybody else, it was about what he'd be doing that was versatile to change a generation. See, this was a generational artist, someone who had generational change to give to the game. And I don't know who that was, but they're trying to speak to me through the window. I don't know. I don't think it was malicious, but I don't know what you're saying, bro. Was a generational change he was making real. Get that. Get that. Do you see how the generation is reacting to what happened to him? He was a generational artist. These come along very few. We can have the whole world loving someone's music. We can have the whole world loving someone's style. But if you're not a generational transcending artist, all you offer is the music. So that means you have to keep dropping hit after hit after hit. And it gets hard sometimes. So you will start to sound like other people. You will start to reflect other styles. That is natural. Because you have to continually bring what is trending. But with what he did, he could release whatever and still be on point with the pulse of the generation. That is why he was such a dangerous artist. That is what made him a very dangerous businessman growing up. And he related to a lot of the generations coming forward, whether you were without a parent, whether you were both parents, how you felt in this way, that way. He literally had the pulse of the nation. And that's the thing. After listening to all the music, I realized exactly what that meant. And that's the problem. That was why he was an issue for many people. That is why I would presume, now I don't know, but I would presume he was getting a lot of deals thrown his way. But again, like I told you the last video, he was smart. And he knew that he had to be independent at that moment in order to accomplish what it was he wanted to do. And to build his own persona, getting to know himself, because he put family first. He put family first. How many people who are artists do you see that actually put their entire family first? Not very many. Some of them put their careers over family worth. Many put their careers over family worth. From what I allegedly see. It's what I see. I'm not in their mind, but it's what I see you do. He didn't operate that way. That is why he is a generational, transcending artist, because he put those less fortunate over himself. Do you see how this could affect the business? That this guy is making music. He's well known, but he has a heart. We can't have artists with a heart, because if they have a heart, they're going to change other artists to not run for a chain, to not run over here and get this and get that and get that and stun it out. Because he wasn't riding around stunting nothing. Yeah, he was enjoying the fruits of his labor, but who wouldn't around that age? Yeah, he was enjoying the different things he was planning to do and making plans to change the future, but who wouldn't around that age? But he wasn't doing what others would do with that money. And that's the only thing and the issue I had with the different witnesses and other people I seen who were making it seem like he was very, let's say, materialistic, when he wasn't. He wasn't just riding around with 50 racks. He was going to buy something. He wasn't just sitting back spending his money on change. He was buying family houses. He wasn't just sitting there playing with his money. He was making sure Mom Dukes was good, making sure she was enjoying herself, and she had something to basically land back on if she had any issues. That is unlike any other artist we've seen. I've seen artists who allowed their own mother to lose their house. I've seen artists who allowed their own mother to suffer while they counted up the money and watched their siblings suffer. What type of image would this bring other than the one that makes dudes think that chains and the fancy car make the man? He wasn't that type of person. Yeah, he got a nice car. But did you see him hanging his chain out? Did you see him hanging out the BMW like, I got this. You ain't got nothing like this. Like, he wasn't that type of person. That would harm an industry that is based on materialistic things. Every other rap verse a lot of rappers put out is talking about their money and cars. Talking about the weapons they're buying. Talking about the different stuff they're going to have. How many artists do this? Listen to his music. He didn't. Listen to his music. He talked about human nature and the emotions and the way different things unfolded and the mentality of a man, a woman, young life, being teenagers growing up. He appealed to the real pulse of the nation. He also didn't make party music all the time. He wasn't that type of artist. He made real music. Your heart felt, your mind felt. the ability of a man and a woman and the growth and fighting and struggling and the different things you struggle with in your mind, dealing with strife and pain and other people downing you, doubting you. Do you get that? No other artist talks about these things. That's a big difference maker. And this is the main reason why we know that this effect, and if there is, not if there is, the mastermind is without a doubt a wolf, someone in a management level, a producer level, a company level, or an industry level. It's the only answer. Because if it was not, then he would still be here. They would have no issue with it. Like, man, he makes music for the heart. They wouldn't care. They wouldn't care. Those 5 entities I named would not care. But they would if money was the only thing that mattered. Do you get that? To them. That is why I told you, if you're a top dog, stay clear of wolves. You want other dogs to run within a pack, not a collusion of wolves that prey on each other for the gain, just to be recognized or just to have their own place to stand on, an own podium to stand on, like I did this. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm going to see what this other information unfolds I received, and we're going to get back into it. But as far as we go, that should express the ideology behind the whys and the only open narratives to a mastermind setting. Yes, those are the only narratives that would be sensible to a mastermind setting of this sort. Tomorrow we're back at it. If today I don't give you another 1 or 2 more, you know how I rock. All rights reserved.